Okay, boys and girls, so here's another example. So let's remember we need to write out our little place value table. It's going to help us. So I draw a line by each number and I cross my T. Now I need to go and I see my ones and label, tens and label, hundreds and label, and our new one. What's our new one? Thousands. Okay. Now let's look back at our chart. What do we know about a comma in a number? That tells me how I should say it. Let's see. Let's look back in our chart. When you see a comma, you have to say that thousands period. All right, so let's look. This tells me that's my thousands period. And this tells me that's my ones period. Okay, so how am I going to say this? Is 9,164. Whew, that's a big number, but we're going to practice saying even bigger numbers. What if I told you that this number was now how would you say if I decided to cover up and told you to only look at these two numbers? How would you say that? 29, right? So that's the exact same way you're going to say it, but now we're going to say our thousands period and then continue. So we say 29,164. So it looks like a big number, but you just say it how you would say it any other time. But when you see the comma, we know it ends a new period. So we start our period, okay? Now let's try with expanded form. I'm going to erase this just so we have a little bit more room. I'll draw back. Okay, let's try expanded form. I'm going to erase my 2 now too because that was just an example. So I have 9,000. Don't forget my comma. And if I forget how many zeros, I go out after and count. 1, 2, 3. 9,000 plus, how many hundreds do I have? What does this number represent? 100. What does this number represent? If I drew 6 tens, how many tens would I have in total? 6, okay, which would represent 60 plus how many ones? 4 ones, okay? So again, we practice saying this word out loud. It's 9,000. Remember, we can go over it with our pencil if we need to remind ourselves. 164. I want you guys to practice and I learn saying it out loud and writing it in an expanded form. I need you to upload a picture of you writing it in expanded form.